Second Amendment right. Like, hey, yo, like, whatever else, my First Amendment backed up by my second. For you to take that from me, you got to face the second. That like that. At least that's my feeling about it.
And I am a gun owner, but I am also a proponent of gun control laws.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. You
Yeah.
you was just there talking about fascism.
For
And
sure.
And you are a proponent for gun control.
Yeah,
laws.
sensible gun
sensible-
control laws.
Hold on.
Most gun owners are that. Like,
Hold on.
They're all for
We
sensible laws.
I don't want this to be a conservative, a Democrat, or left or right thing. I don't break things down like that. It's simply math to me.
No, my question is what do you mean when you say sensible?
Sensible. If you are on a no-fly list and you can't fly right now because you have terrorist connections, then why should you be able to go also buy a gun?
I don't think you can.
You can. Yep. Yeah, you absolutely can. Yeah. You
boy.
couldn't.
Then boy who shot up Pulse, he was on the list and he was still able to get a gun.
Yeah.
Dude, that shot up.
These are
Okay.
Obama era regulations that are now they have been undone. By the way, that's why I picked that one because I just thought that one was a silly one. There's a lot of there's definitely some gun regulations and gun laws that I'm like, that's weird. I don't know the purpose of that. But other things just make sense, right? What about the loophole? Like, everybody can't go to a gun show, right? Felons can't purchase, can't go. They're not supposed to be having guns, right?
Correct.
But they can certainly buy a gun from you who gets your gun from the gun show. You can sell it to them in the parking lot right out here, completely legal.
Only if I don't know that if I know that they're
so
a felon.
is
I
everybody
can't
as
sell them.
honest as you?
No.
Exactly.
No.
That's just silly, right?
But
That's silly though, right? But is that silly?
But let's just say you were a felon. It is silly.
It's silly.
But let's just say you were a felon and I sold it to you, right?
Yeah.
And you got caught with it.
Yeah.
They actually, I mean, to save your ass, you might say, you know what?
Of course.
I got it from Dito.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
oh, you got it from Dito? Did Dito know you were a felon? Oh yes, of course.
Absolutely. Yeah.
If it's gonna save my skin,
For sure.
you know. So
Yeah.
So
If
I
he's
mean,
smart,
that's
he won't say that
Yeah.
but
because he might need to get another one.
Or you'll get a lawyer and say that there's no way I knew he was a felon.
yeah,
Because it's hearsay.
Yeah.
right.
Good.
It is.
Yeah, exactly. It's just silly. Look, so again, I don't want to. I have an AR. Anyways, I have several guns, right?
Y'all
But
want gun range?
it's about it's just math though. That's all it is math. That's all it is. We have more gun related incidents because we have more guns. That's it.
Yeah.
Per person.
That's
That's
all it is.
Yeah.
If I told you, I'll give you an example, right? If I told
should
you,
be a limit on how many guns somebody can own.
As much as they could buy.
but this is how. So I'll give you an example, and this tell me if this makes sense to you. But
You
watch
can't
this.
exact the
Watch
question,
this.
though. You
Watch
can't
this.
exact the
Because
question.
because I while I don't want somebody telling me how many guns I should own, we have too many guns. We have too many guns.
I don't think so.
Okay.
We have too many guns.
So if we
It's
can,
why we have.
If we say you can own X amount of guns
But listen, if
per
we
person, why wouldn't that, would that be a problem?
What I'm trying to say is if we owned as many nunchucks as we owned guns, there would be more nunchuck related deaths. It's just that simple. But it's true. It's just math. It's literally math.
But
It's just math.
But you have situations like in England where when they got rid of guns, their violent crime didn't decrease. Their violent crime went up. They actually have like the most stabbings in the world now.
You know what happens when people
Why?
get stabbed?
Because
Watch this. You know what happens when people get stabbed?
You just proved the point.
Yeah. You know what happens when people get stabbed?
They get stabbed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They tend to.
I mean, they have a better. Actually, no. I wouldn't even say they have a better chance of surviving.
No, they do.
They do.
Yeah. Trust me,
I
I
don't
already saw the numbers.
I don't know because I think it depends.
You
on
can
where-
die from
where-
getting stabbed.
Yeah.
Not as likely as from getting shot. Facts.
No,
Facts.
no facts.
Facts,
You
right? I we have more gun related deaths because we have more guns. It's that simple.
Okay.
Just to prove to his point, and I hate to prove him
Yeah,
right.
he hates it. He hates it because he like his guns too.
Yeah.
I like my gun too. My gun's cool as shit. I got that fire. Go ahead.
The reason why it went from guns to knives because now there's an influx of knives.
Right.
Because anybody can buy a knife.
Because anybody can buy a knife.
Yeah, but
Kitchen
but
knife.
And if you have more knives, Same principle.
Same
You'll have
principle.
more
You'll
knife-related
have more
incidents.
knife-related
It's just
incidents.
true.
Hold on,
It's
hold
just
on, hold on, hold on,
math.
hold on.
Have
Wait,
more
wait, wait,
facts.
wait, wait, wait,
You
wait.
think I'm playing? I'm telling you.
I mean,
Wait,
I
wait.
don't work this
you
algorithm
keep
out.
him right, though.
Wait,
That's all I'm
hold on,
saying.
hold on, because I'm pretty sure here we have more knives than we have guns.
I doubt it.
Every single house you go into, I have more knives than I
I
have
would
guns.
argue.
I don't have a knife in my house.
Huh?
Here's what I would argue.
I don't have a knife in my
I would
house, and I
argue
got
most
4
Americans
guns.
don't have the stomach to use a knife versus a gun.
Because they're going to go to the gun first.
The gun is easier.
But
Yeah.
but also, I
I
mean,
don't want
because
to
you're
take your guns away, by the way.
because you're saying
Just want to reiterate.
Absolutely.
no.
I
'cause
don't. I love
the,
guns.
the
I
reason I
just-
say because you're saying common sense,
Yeah,
gun
more
control
common
laws,
sense.
right?
Yeah.
And
I think
in the way that
Are you against common sense gun reform?
I'm against gun reform because I don't think they're.
Whoa,
hold on,
whoa.
let me correct that.
Sure.
I am against of what they're saying we should do.
Who is they?
Right.
Who's they and what are they saying?
As of right now is what Democrats are saying.
Oh,
But it's
Lord.
not, though. That's
Huh?
that's what they
You
spend the
talking
money
about
on.
Bento
Hold on,
City?
Dito, that's what they spend the
No,
money
no,
on.
He's talking about Bento.
But
Beto, what's his
Dito,
name?
they spend the money to convince you. So you can look this up later. Y'all feel free to look this up later. Obama gets elected in 2008. NRA spends a ton of money telling gun owners how Obama's going to take away their guns, right? Sales soar for ammunition and guns, right? Of course, Obama did nothing. One of my heavy critiques of Obama about what he did in terms of gun control, he did nothing. George Bush did more.
Okay.
Right? So they sell that for 4 years.
Don't do that to Obama.
George Bush,
I'm just saying.
but it's one of my heavy critiques of him, right?
A lot of people
They
say he
sell
didn't do much.
they sell that. I disagree with that. They sell that for 4 years. Gun sales skyrocket. Of course, the NRA has their hands in all sorts of manufacturers' pockets, right? Ammunition skyrockets, right? 2012 comes. Guess what? He didn't do anything for 4 years.
Right.
They sell the dream again, and it works again.
But what I'm talking about, I'm not talking about what propaganda is, but I'm talking about what the actual Democrat politicians say.
Sure, but,
Right.
but Democrats love guns just as much as Republicans. That's the
They-
crazy
hold
part
on,
about it. But it's true.
Hold on. I would say they love them for the people they want to have them. And the reason I say that
I'm
is
listening.
because you have active Democrats right now saying they want to take away our guns.
Who?
Right? Like I said,
Beto.
Beto.
was one of my-
Beto.
We're gonna take
Be-
guns.
But
Like,
Beto,
bro,
but
you
name
stupid.
another one.
Hillary Clinton did it in the
No.
last election.
Nah, she wasn't.
Ho-
Hillary hasn't
hold on,
supported any real
hold on,
gun reform.
Hold on, she didn't say we want to take away your gun.
Not at all.
But she was pushing for gun control
For
laws,
sure.
right? They're
For
talking
sure.
they're talking about a universal background check.
Yeah.
I am completely against that.
Why?
Whoa.
Right?
Why?
I am not against background checks, right?
Yeah, what's wrong with the universal?
But
Same thing.
I'm listening.
because it's the way that they're saying it. They're saying that for every single thing that you do, you need to go get a background check, and then they're pushing to try and get a gun registry. I don't want the government knowing what
They
guns
should
I
have
have.
a gun registry.
Right.
If you don't do anything, if you
no,
don't do anything illegal with your gun, you shouldn't worry about anything.
no, I'm not worried
And you're
about
a
it.
law-abiding citizen, so what are you concerned about?
Because
I'm listening.
because just as with anything, if you want to do something drastic, you're not just going to go straight to that drastic measure, right? If you want to boil a frog in hot water, you don't throw him in hot water. You put him in cold water and you crank the heat up. He eventually gets used to it. So in the same way, if we slowly change our laws, at some point, if you have a gun registry, I know who have guns. If I know who have guns, I can go get those guns.
Yeah, but again, when have they
Right.
ever tried to come get the gun? What you're talking about is what I like to call the straw man argument because it's the what ifs and the boogeyman.
No,
right?
I'm saying I don't want
I
that.
can see
I don't
where he
even.
come
I
from.
don't even.
But everybody talks about the slippery slope, but it's never happened.
Because we have too many people with guns at the moment.
You think that U.S. citizens having guns is stopping the U.S. government from coming to get your guns if they wanted your guns? Do you know how much money we spend on the military?
I do.
Do you know
actually.
how much money we spend on the military?
Uh,
You know we're number one.
800,
I know you know we're number one.
Yeah,
Huh?
more
We're
than-
number one.
number one,
we
yeah.
spend
We're number
more
one.
than half our budget on
So-
the military.
So we're number one, and combined, we spend more than numbers 2 through 25 combined.
I know.
You cannot stop. If the government want to come get your guns, they're not gonna send. It's not gonna be soldiers outside, Dito. It ain't gonna be soldiers outside coming to get your guns. It's gonna be some little thing that look like this. It's gonna float past your window. And they gonna be like, "There's Dito." Pew. Dito's gone.
But if they don't,
But it's true.
But if they don't know I have guns,
But it's-
All
right.
But
All
but,
right.
but the thing is if they know
Okay.
I have guns, right?
Oh,
No, and this is my point. By them
Do you have a
knowing,
concealed license?
huh? Yes, I do.
Well, then they know you have a gun.
No, they know I have a concealed license. They may know I have a gun. They don't know how many guns I have. But with a national gun registry, every gun I purchase, they're gonna have to say, okay, I have this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one.
I guess I've never understood that premise because I've never been worried about, I'm not doing anything illegal. Just like when the Patriot Act came along, right? And they started listening to all of our calls, reading all of our emails, reading all of our text messages because of 9/11. People were in an uproar. Big Brother's gonna, now that they know that you're, and then they're gonna be listening to, and then they're gonna be, and I remember thinking to myself, if they wanna hear about me talking about, I'm 18 at the time. They wanna hear me talking about, farting and eating cereal with the homies. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what, if that's what they wanna listen to, I literally never cared because I was like, I'm not doing anything illegal. I don't care.
It's not that though. Here's why I had what was wrong with the Patriot Act, right? Is that they were spying on what you was saying.
Sure.
Now, yes, they say hypothetically, you're a young kid. You know what
Sure.
I'm saying? You confess a lot of different things to different people on the phone.
Sure.
But as an adult, you pursue a career in politics.
Yeah.
Who's to say that someone can't go back there?
But they should.
Why?
Because now you're a public figure.
No.
See, I'm a private citizen. As a private
You
citizen,
can't
I
be
don't
blamed.
care.
Okay, things that you
But
did at
they
18 should not have be something that
Bro,
they hold
if
against you as an adult.
Bro, if you was having sex with cats at 18, I don't want you
Oh.
to be my governor. That's all I'm saying. But what do you think they're going to find? What are they going to find when you were 18 that was worthy of? I guess we done got lost in the weeds. What I'm trying to say is
I don't
is to continue to do
That's actually pretty
nothing.
funny. That analogy you put out there
To get-
is not fair.
He don't mess with cats, y'all.
Yeah.
he got all the girls. Real. Anyways, I don't even go there. I'm gonna say something crazy. To continue to do nothing is insanity to me because that's what we've done, right? So let's say I side with you, Dito, and I'm like, yo, that registry stuff is crazy. We got to do other things. We got to whatever. If you like, I don't want no extra gun control. The gun laws are fine where they are. There's enough on the books right now, right? But we continue to have more mass shootings than any other nation. So we're just gonna sit back and accept that mass shootings become part of our everyday life because that's what they've done at this point. They've done nothing. Both sides. They've done nothing. Nothing has happened. So
Okay.
should we continue to do nothing?
So they say we have more mass shootings, right?
We do.
Yeah. So
We do.
yeah, I'm not saying that we don't.
We do.
But now my question is how many people have been killed by mass shootings? Let's say 2018, because that's the most recent statistics I have in my head. How many people in the United States were killed by mass shootings?
Now you use a number.
I
I see where
I
you're
don't-
going with it.
I
Not
don't
enough.
have a number.
It's not enough.
It's
to warrant-
236 people. 236 people from mass shootings. Mind you, as we said earlier, one person dying senselessly is
Sure.
a tragedy. Shouldn't happen. Right?
Sure.
Right.
But as you say, it's also a numbers game. We
Yeah.
have people that die every single day
For
from other types of shootings, from other types of killings in general. The person you most likely to be killed by is your significant other,
For sure.
right?
This is true.
So these mass shootings, and we have more domestic violence than we have murders of domestic violence than we have mass shootings.
Okay.
Or people dying from mass shootings,
Okay.
right? So what I'm saying is that number is right now very small in relation to our population,
Mm-hmm.
right? Even small in relation to our gun holding population,
Okay.
right? So for us to say, okay, yeah, this will become part of everyday life. I mean, we have killings that are part of everyday life.
Even more of a
Humans,
reason, though.
huh?
That's even more of a reason, especially if we have killings done like with guns. They have a registry,
But-
so we know who has those exact.
But
guns.
you will never know who has a gun illegally, even if you have that registry.
But
The
we
only people you will know is the law-abiding citizens. And if we're trying to stop people who do bad things, if you go and look at a lot of murders that have happened, or just look at all the murders in the United States for any given year that have happened by gun, right? And removing the police from this, right? Talking about citizens.
Sure.
Majority of them have obtained guns illegally. What do you mean?
I don't think that's completely true because I
Yeah,
know a lot of people.
All the Florida shootings got guns legally.
Hmm?
That's at the schools. Those are legally purchased.
No, I'm talking about the whole country. I'm not saying that there aren't any.
Oh,
I'm not
okay,
saying there aren't
okay,
any.
okay.
I'm saying percentage-wise, there are more killings by illegally obtained guns than there are killings by guns obtained legally.
Cite
Okay.
your source.
Huh?
Cite your source.
I'll look it up. I'll bring it on the
Okay.
next
Yeah.
show, right?
Cite your source.
We'll go with it. It's
Right.
not. You know,
So my point is that law-abiding citizens are law-abiding, right? They follow the laws, and if you're going to have a registry, the only people that you are containing are law-abiding citizens.
Yeah. But I'm not even just talking about the murders, though. I think you're missing my point. You think I'm only talking about the murders. I'm just talking about gun-related incidents. And we have more gun-related incidents because we have more guns. That's it.
That is true.
That's as far as I take it.
I agree.
We have more
I agree.
gun-related incidents.
So again, I
The
guess
science says you, who I don't know what your personal situation is at all. But the math, because I'm a math guy, I don't know if you caught that. I play poker. Love some math. I play poker in Orange City. We'll get into that later.
Yeah.
You go to. Okay.
I go play. The math says you were like 3 to 4 more times to blow your brains out just because you have a gun and I have a gun in the house.
This is true.
That's just the math. It's just the math. It's probability.
Okay.
So if I can't bring a probability argument to the table with a diverse group of individuals without one of them being like, that's unpatriotic, and then I can't. What can I do? What can I even do? Even if I tell them, hey, I'm a gun owner, I'm concealed to carry too, man. But we just have a lot of guns, sir. That's unpatriotic. That's un-American. That's against my Second Amendment. Like it's just math.
So
remove the emotion from it. It's literally math.
So this is where I ask you, what laws outside of what we have. Now, I will agree with you with the no-fly list. I didn't know that was taken off.
That's crazy, right?
That's
crazy, right?
So soon as you said it, I said, you have that already.
Yeah,
so
we did. We did have it.
I
We don't have it
I didn't
anymore.
know that it was removed.
Yeah, man, it's gone.
But people.
You can be on a no-fly list and go purchase a gun right now.
But people like to
Legally.
also say, hey, what about people with mental problems?
Yeah, man.
If you have been medically diagnosed mentally unfit, it goes on your
that's
medical
a
record,
dangerous- that's
and that is supposed to be a part, whether it is or not.
It's not.
It's
it's
supposed-
not.
No,
Stop playing
no.
with me. You
Because-
know it's
No,
not.
for real, no.
It's not though.
It's not gonna happen.
It's
No.
not happening.
It's not happening.
That's not gonna happen. We again. There were facets of our government
Uh-huh.
that tried to make that happen. It didn't pass.
But it's
That's
supposed
common
to be a
sense,
part
though,
of
it
your
didn't
background check. You know, in the same way with the dude and
Background check should only relate to any criminal history.
no, it's supposed
I would like it to
to
include the mental history.
it's supposed
I really
to have
would.
your mental
I think-
history
I
as
think
well.
That's where I kind of draw the line.
I get
hate
it.
to say
I get
because
it. But I
my
I
medical
feel like
record
it
should be
should.
private.
Hmm?
That lets
Nah, HIPAA laws keeps a lot of your stuff private.
Right.
But I
Yeah.
just
So why would you
I
need
don't-
to know my mental stuff
No.
for me to purchase a gun?
Because
if you bipolar and shit.
Yeah, if
and
you
there's nothing wrong.
bipolar or you
Shout out to my people out there dealing with
Yeah.
bipolarism, but I don't really want you to have a pistol on an off day. Like I don't,
Exactly.
because you might hurt yourself. You might hurt.
Or-
Or
or schizophrenic.
oh,
Hey,
man,
I don't know which
and schizophrenia is
personality-
real.
I don't know which personality gonna have it today.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you might need to. Hey,
Yeah,
if you have that, you might
one
need.
day Mary Poppins, next day TikTok gunshot. You know,
Hey,
I don't.
at that point, you may need a concealed carry license for each personality. I know.
Dito, I guess what I'm saying is we can do more.
That I agree with you.
Because continue to do nothing.
is the
Let me ask you
problem.
that: Does it feel right to continue to do nothing? Right?
No, it
They're
doesn't.
they're selling book bags now that have Kevlar in them.
Mhm.
Right? I don't go to the movies anymore. I'll tell y'all that I don't have no shame. I don't go to the movies no more because
That's
I live in
for me now.
because I live in Florida because I live in Florida and I know everybody in here got a gun. And if somebody get into altercation, it's already goddamn dark. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I be uncomfortable at them. I'm dead serious. I don't go to movies no more. I don't.
But I mean, then we could come up with anecdotal situations like there's a city in Georgia, Kennesaw, Georgia.
Uh-huh.
They have had 6 shootings in like the last 20 years,
Mm-hmm.
and that's because in their little town, it's mandatory for you to have a gun. If you live there, you own a gun. Like there's no way about it. And I think there's a difference between somebody that is coming in to do some form of harm, be it may be just harm to your property, through stealing or anything like that, or harm to your person, there's a higher chance for them not to do anything if I know that there's
Someone else in the
someone in
room
there with a gun.
Gun intimidation.
You know?
with a gun, basically.
I own guns.
Yeah. So you get.
And I want to. You don't run in my crib.
I
Because
guess
you run in my crib.
I guess I would say I
It's
would
the
say
Wild Wild
I would
West.
say
Which
we'd
brings
have
me
to.
back to what we started this conversation off.
Oh, Breon. Shout out.
Cops
Shout
ran
out to
into the
fam-
crib.
Under orders.
It don't matter.
But that's
and
gonna make
also-
it harder to get the conviction.
Also, homeboy shot first.
Allegedly. Say
No,
allegedly.
no,
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
no, out of his
Allegedly.
mouth.
Say allegedly.
Out of his mouth. He said it.
Okay.
He said it, and he
I
also
thought that was alleged.
he also said they knocked too. He said he didn't hear
Did he
them.
say that? No,
Yes.
you might be reaching on that
No,
one.
no,
you
no,
know.
no.
I thought
He
they
said-
had one witness.
Side
No,
check.
no, no,
There
no.
was one witness
No,
that
he
said that he heard the cops knock. I don't think
No,
that man
there's
said.
one witness that said that they announced that they're the police.
Okay.
11
okay.
witnesses announced that they heard knocking.
But one
Only
said
one said that they.
Oh, so the
announced
knocking don't
police.
even mean nothing then.
Right.
Why we even
No,
bringing that up?
but he said he heard knocking.
knocking, but didn't know who it was.
He,
essentially.
yeah, he didn't know who it was.
Yeah, nah,
and
okay.
and he started shooting. He
Yeah.
said that.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, again, different situation. But in terms of gun laws, I think I would just go in as far as to say, you know what, present
Nah,
the
bruh.
law,
The
present the
cops
law,
did not
and then
announce themselves,
and then
man.
we could argue it, right? Present the
But
gun law.
But
We
it's
could
hard
argue
to
it.
even get the law to come to the
Huh?
table.
Huh?
It's hard to even get the laws to the table.
No, but I mean, I
Because
think
like
if something.
I told you, one part of the country loves guns. The other half of the country really likes guns.
But as
So
I
it's just-
say,
we're
like
never
in
gonna get the gun control.
in California, I lived in California, right? Before
Yeah.
I went to California, I had a handgun, right?
Yeah.
And I had to sell it before I went because on the box that I bought the handgun, it said not legal in California. California, stupid laws. But anyway, but once you
Shout out to my folks in Cali. I'm with y'all.
once you get there, like it's like one of the laws they have there. It was just overturned, by the way. Way to go! That it was you could only have a magazine with 10 bullets,
10 rounds. Yeah.
10 rounds. To me, is
I don't-
there's no logic to it.
I don't like those.
Right.
I don't like, so for example, something like that, the thing with the bump stock, like I wasn't really feeling that. Certain things are politicians trying to appear to be doing something. I remember when I played football and basketball, my coach would pick on certain guys who were giving unnecessary effort. Just try to look like they was doing something. Like they could have just tackled the guy, but instead it was just extra. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? My coach would pick on guys like that. It used to be funny as hell. A lot of politicians do this sometimes. I mean, look,
It's facts.
especially on the left, right?
Oh,
To make it
God,
look like they
that's
doing
so
something
terrible.
when they're really doing nothing.
Did you see
That's a
when-
lot of that stuff was stupid, but we can do better because we're capable. We to sit back and continue to give people your thoughts and prayers over and over and over again.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's a bit extreme, bro.
It
It's
is
extreme
ridiculous.
for me. That's extreme for me.
So I will amend my statement. I will be open to better gun
You're-
laws if a better one comes available. But
You're saying more than most gun owners.
but
and definitely saying more than NRA.
absolutely,
shit.
I am absolutely utterly
a bunch of
definitively
Against universal background checks.
no
Oh.
against a gun registry, a federal gun registry, even
That'd be the best move on it.
even a state gun
literally-
registry.
I literally wouldn't have a problem with it.
I would.
Because I'm just not again, I may be just understanding the history of this nation. They're never coming to get these guns. They're never coming
Hey,
to get them.
you-
They're
Think about
never
this,
coming
think
to
about
get these
this.
guns,
If you're a legal gun owner, right, and see if this say hypothetically someone steals your gun and then uses it in a crime.
For sure.
As a gun owner, I can see your concern there, but also about being a responsible gun owner.
Right.
If you see that a gun is missing,
Yeah.
aren't you not going to report it?
Yeah,
sure.
I'm going to
Yeah.
report
So
it.
there's no reason the registry should even affect
Right.
you.
No, this is my issue with
And
the
we register
registry.
everything.
Everything, your car's registered, you kill. You know how many people
And
you
this
kill in the car?
this where we're going to
Register
transition it to your fascism.
Oh my God.
This is what Hitler did. He removed guns from people.
Yeah.
But
Nobody's taking nobody's guns though.
No, yeah, they're not.
We
Because
just
they're
saying
not.
we-
Because
again
they promised Obama would do it for 8 years.
Again-
he didn't
again.
do anything.
yeah, it wasn't done yet. As I said
He
with the
didn't do
whole
anything.
frog thing, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying I don't even want I don't even want
I
that,
just got that now.
possibility.
you saying it's a slippery slope.
Yeah,
I've heard
I
the
just,
slippery
yeah,
slope
I
argument.
just don't want that
I
possibility.
just be wondering about the slippery slope argument because again, it's a way. It's like when we have a discussion about anything, right? Well, no matter what we're talking about, if we start off talking about our greatest fears about it instead of actually having a real conversation from beginning through the end, we'll never get there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Like we'll never. But because what happens, and this happens with people in every day. They'll start the conversation, somebody backs into a corner, and you'll never get them out of that corner. You'll never get them out, no matter what you say. You'll never get them out of that corner. Like I just, the slippery slope argument is I understand it to an extent, but they're never coming to get your guns. They don't want your guns.
Never. You know what? I'm gonna give something else that has happened in this country.
I'm listening.
Through TV.
Sure.
But as I said, it's a slow process because it's hard to just do something when a lot of people are opposed to it, right? So all of us old enough to grow up in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
So we grew up at a time, you had the Wayans brothers on TV.
I already know what you're going to say. But go ahead.
Cursing, right? It slowly transitioned. They was only saying damn at a point.
Yeah.
Now you hear ass, bitch, shit.
Yeah.
They have those. In the same way with the homosexual thing.
I knew it. That's what
Right?
that's my guess. I thought you were going to start there.
But it started off one way, whereas you would have a homosexual character,
Yeah.
and they just stated it. You didn't have any PDA or anything like that. It was stated that, okay, this person is gay.
Yeah.
And that was as much as it was.
Yeah.
But then it transitioned, and now, shit, on regular TV, you got damn near full-on sex scenes with gay people.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that.
Game of Thrones. Crazy.
Yeah, it's just all I'm
crazy.
saying is just a slow process. Back then, we would have been like, yeah, that ain't never gonna happen. People have actually said that. That ain't never gonna happen. 30 years later, well.
But you started getting gay characters in like the early 90s, and
Yeah.
then you had full-on gay TV shows in the early 2000s. We'll call it a decade,
Uh-huh.
right? They've been trying to come. People been promising people they're gonna come get your guns for 40 years. They're not coming in. They're not, because Dito, what I'm saying is, and we'll go back to the math again. Too many people like guns. That's what it is. They're not coming to get your guns. One side loves to make it look like the other side wants to come get your guns without acknowledging that side really likes guns. They really like guns. They're not coming to get your guns.
That just makes it.
I
It makes it that much easier.
I understand.
Is
I
my-
understand your
right.
process for sure, but they're never coming to get this gun. They're never coming to get guns.
Guns ain't going nowhere.
They're not going nowhere.
They ain't.
You know what's not good? Guns, taxes, Bible. Those things will never leave the United States ever.
And I
They'll
hope-
never leave.
I hope you're right.
No,
I
I'm
hope
right.
You're right.
Trust me.
I hope you're right.
They're never
I
going
don't
anywhere.
know about that Bible one.
It's never going anywhere. It's never going anywhere, and I'm not religious at all.